let me say, a word in defense of reason in dialogue with faith.
Because faith is that proof. Faith unites us to that substance.
But reason, in order to realize its full potential, needs the horizons revealed by and truths contained in the faith. And not just any faith, but the Catholic faith.
I had a mother tell me recently, I think worry is one of the privileges of motherhood. I think it's actually part of our call. And she meant it, but as I walked away, I really started thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? Worries are like little traps that steal time from us and steal energy from us. We've got the if-onlys worries about the past. We can't change the past. And the time and energy we spend mulling over, what if this had happened instead? What if this had happened instead? Is a waste of time. But what can we do with it? We need to give it to the Lord, who isn't bound by time. And we ask him to heal those things that we can't change. Or what about the what ifs? You've got the if-onlys and you've got the what ifs. Future uncertainties, where we feel so out of control. We need to know that tomorrow belongs to God, but it isn't ours yet because we're not there yet. There will be grace for us when we get there, but we aren't there yet, so there isn't grace for that need yet. One philosopher put it this way: my life has been full of terrible misfortunes, most of which never happened. We had Michael, Gabriel, and Hannah, and then we lost 2 babies in miscarriage back to back. And when I was pregnant with Jeremiah, I experienced a different level of anxiety than I had ever experienced. It was that gripping fear that every moment I wasn't totally nauseous and begging God to take it away, I would be panicked that I was going to miscarry again. And every trip to the bathroom was checking for blood. And every little cramp, I was like, what's going on? And I never felt so gripped by something. And it was a joy zapper, And we had a priest who was visiting. I said, can I talk to you? And I just talked to him and I said, this doesn't seem right. And I don't know what to do with it. And he was so gentle. And I don't know if you have a gentle priest in your life. But if there is some anxiety that's really gripping you, talk to him. Because he said, Kimberly, concern is understandable. You've had 2 miscarriages. But he said, this kind of gripping anxiety is sin. And you need to go to confession. Can I lead us into confession? And he led me in confession. And then he laid his hands on me and he prayed over me. And almost completely that gripping anxiety left. And then when I would begin to have it come back, I'd say, Lord, I don't want to go there. I'm going to trust this to you. And I drew from Philippians 4, 6 and 7. It says, have no anxiety about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, in other words, bring the concern to him. Don't think you can only pray for other people. You can pray for you. By prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. We thank him in the middle of these overwhelming fears or anxieties. We do, because he's God. He is in control. He loves you. He's with you and me in the middle of all of this. And then verse 7, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding, will keep your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Worry does not empty tomorrow of sorrow. It empties today of strength. God gives us grace in time of need. We have to ask. And so if we keep our eyes focused on Jesus, fix our focus on him, the concerns we have will be addressed.